color and energy, a sun-drenched arena where thousands of species navigate the complex dance of existence. It is also one of the most dangerous places on Earth, because in this dazzling landscape, survival is not decided by the swift or the strong, but by the invisible. Here, the line between life and a violent, sudden end is measured in millimeters. The reef itself is watching. Patience is a weapon. Stillness is a strategy. And the most successful predator is the one you will never see. It is a hunter that has perfected the art of becoming nothing before delivering everything. An ambush over before the victim even knew the battle had begun. That patch of reef, the one the goby so narrowly avoided, is not rock. It is the architect of this perfect illusion. This is the stonefish, Cynansia verrucosa. By reputation, it is the most venomous fish on Earth. But its primary weapon is not the lethal cocktail of neurotoxins hidden along its dorsal spines. Its true power, its entire survival strategy, is the mastery of absence. This is a predator that has reverse-engineered the hunt. It does not chase. It does not expend precious energy on pursuit. It has a single, all-consuming goal: to wait for life to come to it. The stonefish doesn't just hide on the reef, it becomes the reef. This is not a passive ambush. It is an extraordinary, active struggle of stillness. Its mottled, warty skin is a living canvas, a specialized dermis that encourages algae and hydroids to grow, making it biologically indistinguishable from the ancient seabed. While other hunters fight for dominance, the stonefish's battle is against time, against hunger, against the very urge to move. It remains perfectly motionless for hours, sometimes days. Its metabolism slowed to a crawl, its entire being focused on one critical moment, the instant its prey makes a fatal miscalculation. The challenge is not just the weight, it is the razor-thin margin of error. The reef is a world of hypersensitive alarms. The damselfish, a potential meal, reads the water with its entire body. It is hunting for copepods, but it is being hunted by physics. It can detect the minute pressure waves of a predator's movement, the slightest twitch of a muscle. For the stonefish, this is the conflict, a battle of supreme control against its own predatory instincts. Every passing creature is a test of its resolve. A mistimed strike, a flinch of anticipation, and the illusion is broken. The alarm is sounded, and this patch of reef will be marked as a dead zone for hours. The stakes are absolute. This form of hunting is an enormous metabolic gamble. This perfect, agonizing stillness burns energy. It is a biological siege. If the stonefish fails to secure this meal, it doesn't just go hungry, it moves one step closer to starvation. The kill zone is precise. Too far, and the prey will escape the vacuum of the strike. Too close, and it might detect the predator's scent. The stonefish must wait for that perfect, fractional moment, when the victim's fate is sealed, even if it doesn't know it. The damselfish hovers, and then, with a flick of its tail, darts upward and away, oblivious. The stonefish remains. The tension resets, but the cost of the wait has just increased. To understand how this creature achieves the impossible, we must look closer. This isn't just camouflage, it is a biological work of art, a dual weapon system perfected over millions of years. The first weapon is the illusion itself. Its skin is covered in verrucae, warty, glandular projections. This is the secret to becoming the reef. These structures don't just mimic rock, they function as it. The skin actively cultivates this disguise. It provides a living substrate for algae, hydroids, and sediment to attach. The stonefish does not find a place to hide. It becomes the place. This is consequential science. The camouflage is so perfect that it allows the stonefish to execute its primary hunting strategy. But this strategy, remaining perfectly still, often in exposed areas, creates a new vulnerability. What about predators from above? This is where the second weapon is deployed. This is the superpower that makes the stonefish a living fortress. Lining its back are 13 dorsal spines, each a masterpiece of biological engineering. They are not just sharp, they are hypodermic needles. At the base of each spine lie 2 sacs of one of the most potent venoms known to science. When pressure is applied, the spine pierces the threat, and the venom is injected instantly. It is a powerful neurotoxin, a cocktail of proteins called verrucotoxin that attacks the nervous system, causing excruciating pain, tissue death, and systemic shock. This venom is not for hunting. It is the ultimate deterrent. It is the insurance policy that allows the stonefish to maintain its agonizing patience. The camouflage hides it from its prey. The venom protects it from its predators. Together, these systems create the perfect, invisible hunter. Time resets. The wait begins anew. But now, another opportunity. A wrasse, busy with its own search for food, drifts into the invisible perimeter. It is inside the kill zone. The stonefish's entire being, every fiber of its compressed energy, is focused on this single 1.3-second window. Now, this is not a bite. It is an implosion. The stonefish possesses one of the fastest feeding strikes in the entire ocean. It is a muscular skeletal marvel known as a rarefaction strike. In less than 15 milliseconds, its mouth expands to over 12 times its normal volume. This sudden expansion creates an inescapable vacuum, a localized black hole. The water and the prey within it have no chance. The laws of physics have sealed its fate. There is no time to react, no time to register danger, just absence. The entire event, from stillness to strike to swallow, is over in 1/15 of a second. The apex of patience has been rewarded, and just like that, the event is over. The hunter resets. The reef, for a moment violently disrupted, returns to its delicate, ancient rhythm. This is not a story of malice or cruelty. It is a story of efficiency. In the ocean's great thermodynamic ledger, where every calorie spent is a gamble against starvation, the stonefish has engineered the perfect equation. It has traded the explosive energy of the chase for the profound, internal power of patience. This creature is a testament to the sheer, terrifying creativity of evolution. It is a living sculpture, a master of physics, a silent guardian of its own existence. It serves a vital role in this intricate metropolis, ensuring that only the most aware survive, shaping the very behavior of the reef around it. It is a chilling reminder that in the grand theater of the natural world, true mastery is not always loud. It is not always in motion. Sometimes, the most potent force on the planet is the one that does nothing at all. The ocean is full of such masterpieces, hidden in plain sight. An entire universe of strategies, conflicts, and wonders, waiting patiently to be seen. The ocean still holds countless untold stories. Join us as we continue to explore the deepest corners of our blue planet. Subscribe now for the next expedition.
Dawn breaks over the Gold Coast, a pristine ribbon of Australian shoreline where skyscrapers meet the surf. But this morning, something is deeply wrong. The sea is still, lifeless, as a carpet of silver bodies covers the sand. Their scales have turned a dull gray in the early light, and the air is heavy with the stench of decay. It is the smell of death in a tourist paradise. Locals and tourists stand nearby in stunned silence. They are watching as the tide delivers even more of the dead. This is not the aftermath of a storm. There is no wreckage, no debris from any storm. This is something quieter, and it is far more lethal. To understand this ending, we must first go back to the beginning. Before the silence, there was this.
A living river of silver. Beneath the surface lives the engine that powers the entire coastal ecosystem.
We call them bait fish, like sardines or pilchards. But they are far more than just bait. They are the pulse. This dense, shimmering mass is a living, traveling city of pure energy, the gear transferring the sun's power. This energy is transferred into the ocean's giants. They feed the dolphins, the seabirds, and the surrounding reefs.
Like any great metropolis, this one has a singular, driving purpose: survival. They must navigate the gauntlet of predators.
They must feed. They must endure. But this fragile existence, the very beat of the coast, depends entirely on the delicate balance of their world. Specifically, it depends on two invisible forces: temperature and oxygen. In just a few short weeks, those forces would betray the very life they were meant to sustain. The cradle of life, this stretch of ocean, was about to become a killing field.
As the catastrophe unfolded at the spit, officials scrambled for answers. What they found was a nightmare.
The readings revealed a deadly pair, water temperatures surging to record highs and dissolved oxygen levels collapsing to near zero.
Normally, these two forces rarely strike in perfect concert. One might spike, but the other compensates.
Now, they were a lethal duet. The ocean's delicate equilibrium was broken. Scientists warned this was not a local incident. It was a symptom of a far larger, global chain reaction. The same grim reports were emerging elsewhere.
From the coasts of Greece to the bays of California and the Gulf of Thailand, similar mass fish kills were documented.
We are witnessing the rise of the ocean heat wave and the rapid, insidious expansion of the ocean's dead zones. These are not isolated tragedies. They are tremors, warning shots from an ecosystem under extreme stress.
The obstacle is not a single predator. The obstacle is the environment itself, turning hostile.
The stakes are no longer just one school of fish, but the stability of the entire coastal food web.
When these heat waves spike, the entire foundation of the sea, the food web, can collapse.
The question is terrifying. Is this the beginning of an ocean? Suffocating?
To understand the kill, you must understand the victim. Fish, unlike us, are ectothermic, or cold-blooded.
They cannot regulate their own body temperature. They live entirely at the mercy of the water around them. And herein lies the fatal flaw. As the water warms, their entire metabolism accelerates, and their hearts beat faster.
They move faster, burning energy at a frantic, involuntary pace that they cannot control.
They grow desperate, needing more oxygen than ever before, just to stay alive in the warming water.
But this is the deadly paradox of the sea, and warmer water physically holds less available oxygen.
Physics are relentless. As water molecules gain energy, they become too agitated to hold on to the dissolved gas. The oxygen simply escapes into the atmosphere. The result of this process is a fatal imbalance.
The fish need more oxygen, but they are in water that has less to give. It is the perfect biological storm.
The demand for oxygen skyrockets while the supply collapses. This phenomenon has a name: ocean deoxygenation.
It is not just data, it is a warning. And on the Gold Coast, that warning was about to be delivered.
The heat wave peaks. The oxygen crashes. The trap, set by physics and biology, finally springs shut.
Underwater, the living city of silver fractures. All cohesion is lost among the school.
The school, once a marvel of cooperation, becomes a chaotic mass of individuals driven by one primal instinct: breathe. Their gills pump frantically, pulling in water that cannot sustain them, water that no longer holds life. In their desperation, they swarm to the surface, breaking the water in a churning, chaotic mass.
They are trying to breathe air, a futile attempt to escape the very water that is killing them.
But there is no escape for them. The ocean itself has become the enemy.
The surface glitters, not with the energy of life, but with the scales of the fallen.
Then the tide turns.
The first wave rolls in, carrying not foam, but bodies.
They arrive on the sand still quivering, flapping weakly. Then the next wave arrives, and the next.
Each pulse of the tide is a new layer in the morgue, a delivery of the dead. Tourists flee the beach horrified. A world-famous paradise has become nature's tomb. Here on this pristine shore, climate change has opened a new silent front in its war on nature.
And this scientist's fear is only the beginning of what is to come.
Days later, the scene is still haunting. The beach has been sanitized and scrubbed clean by heavy machinery.
Trucks heavy with the dead have driven away, but the stench remains a ghost in the air.
This event is more than a tragedy. Scientists warn it is a snapshot of our global future. It is a physical warning delivered directly to one of the world's most famous shores.
A warmer ocean is not just killing fish. It is bleaching our coral reefs and breaking the ancient food chain.
It is suffocating vital stocks from the coasts to the abyss, upsetting the global balance.
The ocean, humanity's oldest ally and provider of every second breath, is running out of breath.
If the ocean system collapses, the consequences will find their way from the water to our tables and economies.
As Dr. Guida states, the ocean cannot wait. The race to net zero is a race for survival.
The message is clear. If the ocean dies, we die with it.
But if we act to cut carbon, restore our reefs, and protect the seas, life can return.
The ocean still holds countless untold stories. Join us as we explore the deepest corners of our blue planet. Subscribe now to join us for the next expedition into the unknown.
The Atlantic Ocean is a deceptive void. On the surface, it appears calm, rhythmic, almost sleepy, but beneath the rolling swells, a violent geometry is taking shape. A shoal of mackerel, numbering perhaps a few thousand, has been corralled into a tightening sphere. They sense the pressure wave before they see the enemy. Suddenly, the blue void detonates. Torpedo-shaped shadows tear through the bait ball at nearly 40 miles per hour. These are not merely fish hunting, they are biological missiles. There is no wasted movement, no hesitation. In a blur of silver and dark blue, the formation is shattered. The water boils with the kinetic energy of the strike. This is an attack of terrifying precision, executed by the ocean's ultimate high-performance machine. They do not just swim, they cut through the hydrodynamics of the sea with the kinetic force of a fired projectile. As the chaos of the hunt subsides, the architects of this violence come into focus. The Atlantic bluefin tuna. To the uninitiated, a tuna is simply food. But here, in their element, they are masterpieces of evolutionary engineering. Observe the design. A teardrop fuselage of burnished steel and cobalt, eyes flush with the body to reduce drag, and fins that retract into grooves like the landing gear of a fighter jet. They are pelagic nomads, driven by a biological imperative that permits no rest. A bluefin is not just an animal, it is a metabolic engine that runs hot. To fuel this massive, muscle-bound frame, they are locked in a perpetual odyssey across the open ocean. They are not wandering aimlessly. They are on a calculated trajectory, chasing caloric density. Their goal is survival, yes, but survival for a bluefin means constant motion. To stop is to suffocate. To slow down is to starve. They are prisoners of their own perfection, condemned to swim until they die. But the open ocean is a desert, and the surface waters often lack the prey required to fuel such a demanding engine. To find a substantial meal, the school must leave the sunlit zone. They angle their pectoral fins and begin a descent into the twilight, the deep, scattering layer. Here, 300 meters down, the light fails. More dangerously, the temperature plummets. For a standard fish, this creates a lethal problem. The deeper they go, the colder the water becomes. Cold water saps the chemical energy from muscles, slowing reactions, dulling reflexes, and turning a fast swimmer into a sluggish drift. And in the gloom, they are not alone. The sensors of the school pick up a displacement in the water column. A large shadow tracks them from the periphery. It is a massive blue shark, Prionas glauca, a formidable predator that patrols these depths. The shark waits for a straggler, for a fish whose muscles have been seized by the crushing chill. In this thermal trap, speed is life. If the cold claims the tuna's muscles before the shark claims its body, the outcome is identical. The risk of this dive is absolute. How does the bluefin survive this descent without seizing up? The answer lies hidden deep within its red muscle tissue, a physiological marvel that separates the bluefin from almost every other fish in the sea. Most fish are cold-blooded. Their body temperature matches the water around them. But the bluefin possesses a biological superpower, the rete mirabile, or wonderful net. Visualize a complex tangle of arteries and veins, tightly packed against one another. As cold, oxygenated blood flows from the gills toward the muscles, it runs parallel to warm, deoxygenated blood returning from the core. Through this countercurrent exchange, the heat is not lost to the ocean. It is recycled. This internal furnace allows the bluefin to maintain a body temperature significantly higher than the surrounding water, sometimes by as much as 20 degrees Celsius. This is regional endothermy. It keeps their eyes sharp, their brain processing at high speed, and most importantly, it keeps their massive swimming muscles primed for explosive power, even in the freezing dark. While the ocean tries to freeze them into submission, the bluefin burns from the inside out. The trap springs. The blue shark, sensing a moment of distraction as the tuna feed on squid, accelerates from the gloom. It is a massive ambush predator, relying on the element of surprise and the lethargy of its prey. In the freezing water, a typical fish would react milliseconds too late, its nerves dampened by the cold. But the bluefin is not a typical fish. The moment the pressure wave from the shark hits the tuna's lateral line, the wonderful net proves its worth. The bluefin's core is hot, its muscles firing with the rapid twitch intensity of a mammal. There is no lag. In a fraction of a second, the tuna engages its tail, a crescent of pure bone and muscle. The acceleration is violent. The bluefin doesn't just swim away. It explodes from the point of impact. It executes a tight, high G turn that seems to ignore the viscosity of the water. The shark's jaws snap on empty brine, its momentum carrying it uselessly forward. The warm-blooded engine of the tuna has triumphed over the physics of the cold. It is a victory of physiology over environment, a split-second escape bought by millions of years of evolution. The school reforms, the formation tightening as if the attack never happened. They ascend back toward the thermal comfort of the upper layers, leaving the darkness behind. The immediate danger has passed, but the war is never truly over. This capability, this warm-blooded prowess, comes at a staggering cost. To maintain such an internal fire requires a constant, immense intake of fuel. The bluefin is an animal living on the razor's edge of energy economics. They are the Ferraris of the ocean, high performance and high maintenance. As they disappear into the cobalt distance, we are left to marvel not just at their speed, but at the precarious balance they strike. They are masters of the Atlantic, yet servants to their own hunger. As the last silver glint fades into the deep blue, we are reminded that the ocean is not merely a place, but a pressure cooker of evolution, forging life into forms of breathtaking complexity. The ocean still holds countless untold stories. Join us as we continue to explore the deepest corners of our blue planet. Subscribe now for the next expedition.
No warning. The placid surface of the Pacific shatters. Black fins, moving with chilling intelligence, slicing through the swell. This is not a hunt. It is an organized, relentless assault. A pod of transient killer whales, the apex predators of this domain, has found its target. The ocean erupts in a white fury of tail slaps and desperate bellows. The pod's strategy is brutal and precise: to separate, to exhaust, and to drown. Their focus, a newborn gray whale calf, only weeks old, utterly dependent on the 40-ton fortress that is its mother. To understand this struggle, we must rewind. Miles south, in the warm, placid lagoons of Baja California, this is the ancient nursery of the gray whale. Here, in the shallow, protected waters, a 40-ton mother guards her newborn. Her calf, already the size of a car, is a fragile miracle of new life. For weeks, their world is one of gentle lessons. The mother nudging her calf to the surface, teaching it to swim, to breathe, to listen. Their bond is permanent, forged in tranquility. But this sanctuary is temporary. An ancient imperative written into their DNA calls them north. Their goal is one of the most staggering feats on the planet. A 10,000-mile odyssey, the longest migration of any mammal, to the nutrient-rich feeding grounds of the Arctic. The calf is not ready. Its blubber is thin, its muscles untested. But the biological clock is ticking. They must leave. The 10,000-mile journey north is not a simple swim. It is a relentless gauntlet. A defined, narrow corridor that hugs the coastline of an entire continent. This proximity, while a strategy, makes them predictable, and something is waiting. This route is patrolled. In the deep canyons off Monterey and the shadowed waters of the Pacific Northwest, organized pods of transient killer whales specialists in hunting large mammals lie in ambush. They synchronize their movements to this ancient migration. For them, this is a season of harvest. But the orcas are not the only threat. As they pass the hunting grounds of great white sharks, the calf's vulnerability makes it a target of opportunity. The mother must be a navigator, a protector, and a powerhouse, all at once. She cannot rest. She cannot make a single mistake. For this corridor is a battlefield, and the cost of failure is absolute. How how does a vulnerable calf survive predators hunting with military precision? The gray whale's defense is not a single action, but a brilliant twofold superpower, perfected over millennia. First, a masterful use of applied physics. By hugging the coastline, the mother and calf swim in the planet's largest sound shadow. The constant, chaotic roar of the surf creates a wall of ambient noise. For the orcas hunting by sound, this acoustic camouflage masks the calf's faltering tail beats, making detection nearly impossible. But when stealth fails and they are exposed, the second strategy activates: biomechanical warfare. The mother doesn't flee, she turns to fight. Rolling onto her back, using her buoyancy to lift the calf onto her chest, high above the attackers. From this defensive posture, she unleashes her weapons, her 10-foot wide tail fluke and massive pectoral fins. These are not just flippers. They are barnacle-encrusted bludgeons, capable of inflicting devastating, crushing blows. This is a fortress of bone and barnacle, designed for one purpose: survival against the ocean's apex predator. Monterey Bay, the canyon walls drop into crushing blackness. The surf is gone, the acoustic camouflage useless. They are exposed. The orcas materialize. Their attack, a masterpiece of coordinated geometry. They flank, they dive, they rise, striking from all angles, their clicks and whistles a suffocating net of sound. The calf panics, lynching desperately, but the mother does not run. She holds her ground. She activates the superpower. She rolls, lifting the calf onto her chest, a living shield high above the surface. The orcas close in. A matriarch orca, the lead hunter, lunges for the calf. The response is tectonic. The mother's pectoral fin, a 10-foot barnacle-encrusted club, swings up from the depths. It connects with bone-jarring force. The water shivers. Another attacker strikes from below. The mother's tail fluke, a weapon the width of a truck, slams down. A colossal explosion of white water. She is a fortress in motion. A spinning bastion of maternal fury. She pivots. She strikes. She shields. The orcas regroup. The cost of this meal, has just become too high. The mother has broken their formation. For now, the hunt is off. Slowly, the black fins turn, one by one, and fade back into the deep. The battle is won. The calf is alive. Exhausted, battered, but alive. The pair continues north. The water grows colder, the days longer. Weeks later, they arrive. The Bering Sea, a vast, nutrient-rich sanctuary. The 10,000-mile gauntlet is over. This journey is one of the planet's great pulses, a rhythm of endurance written into the ocean itself. It is a testament not to aggression, but to resilience. This ancient dance of predator and prey, of migration and survival, ensures the strength of the next generation. A brutal, magnificent filter that has forged these giants over 50 million years. Breathtaking image of the calf, now larger, reaching Antarctica. The ocean still holds countless untold stories. Join us as we continue to explore the deepest corners of our blue planet. Subscribe now for the next expedition.
The coral reef. It is a metropolis of life, sculpted by millennia, bursting with color and energy. A sun-drenched arena where thousands of species navigate the complex dance of existence. It is also one of the most dangerous places on Earth, because in this dazzling landscape, survival is not decided by the swift or the strong, but by the invisible. Here, the line between life and a violent, sudden end is measured in millimeters. The reef itself is watching. Patience is a weapon. Stillness is a strategy. And the most successful predator is the one you will never see. It is a hunter that has perfected the art of becoming nothing before delivering everything. An ambush over before the victim even knew the battle had begun. That patch of reef, the one the goby so narrowly avoided, is not rock. It is the architect of this perfect illusion. This is the stonefish, Cynansia verrucosa. By reputation, it is the most venomous fish on Earth. But its primary weapon is not the lethal cocktail of neurotoxins hidden along its dorsal spines. Its true power, its entire survival strategy, is the mastery of absence. This is a predator that has reverse-engineered the hunt. It does not chase. It does not expend precious energy on pursuit. It has a single, all-consuming goal: to wait for life to come to it. The stonefish doesn't just hide on the reef, it becomes the reef. This is not a passive ambush. It is an extraordinary, active struggle of stillness. Its mottled, warty skin is a living canvas, a specialized dermis that encourages algae and hydroids to grow, making it biologically indistinguishable from the ancient seabed. While other hunters fight for dominance, the stonefish's battle is against time, against hunger, against the very urge to move. It remains perfectly motionless for hours, sometimes days. Its metabolism slowed to a crawl, its entire being focused on one critical moment, the instant its prey makes a fatal miscalculation. The challenge is not just the weight, it is the razor-thin margin of error. The reef is a world of hypersensitive alarms. The damselfish, a potential meal, reads the water with its entire body. It is hunting for copepods,